Oliver, you have been a student in the PSD training now for 3 days. What was your personal highlight in this training?
My personal highlight was not one, it was several highlights, and these are the small exercises we did. Some of them had a real a wow effect, something in theory that was obvious, but when you really experience it for yourself, it makes things much clearer.
Do you have an example?
I'm not sure I can spoil the fun, but we had an exercise where different groups of people had different targets that they tried to meet, and then we came to a surprising conclusion how to everyone be a winner.
Yeah. Oliver, who is the right audience for the PSD?
I think every member of a development team in Scrum should be in this class once.
Can you elaborate on that? Who is part of the development team in your experience?
Well, the software developers, also the testers are often overlooked, and they are really important part of the development team, as well as architects, UX specialists, whatever they are called. When we are not doing Scrum, they are all part of the development team.
Cool. You attended a couple of trainings in the past. What was the biggest difference between PSD and the other trainings you have attended?
While the other trainings were often great and gave a lot of insight, this really felt like working as we do in our organizations, and it really felt like doing Scrum. We did Scrum in class, and we didn't only talk about it.
Yeah. You said we did Scrum. How realistic did it feel?
Surprisingly realistic. When I came in, I knew we would do sprints, and I thought, okay, this will feel really artificial. But it was what is happening in a real sprint. Everything was in there, just condensed to a very short time frame. So it was really intense, and a lot of learning happened in a very short time.
And we worked on real software. How realistic was it? Was this software to real world software?
Obviously, the software is much smaller than what you would experience in your real life, but the problems and issues we had were problems and issues we have in the real world. So this also felt realistic, but it was small enough that we could get an insight and some understanding of the software in a short time. So it was really good.
My last question is a personal one. Are there any practices that you are taking from this training and applying directly?
I think I'll try to do more test-driven development myself and with the teams I'm working with.
Awesome.
And introduce that more.
Cool. Thank you, Oliver.
You're welcome.